Hi, everybody, and welcome
Why are you sitting like
to hashtag Nailed It with me, Tova Lee.
So why are you sitting like that?
I always sit like that.
No, you don't.
This is proof that you never look at
Really?
me while we do the podcast.
But you do that at home?
Leon, do I always sit like this?
No, I never noticed.
I always sit. Okay, I always sit like this. This is shocking
Really?
to me. Yes.
It looks really uncomfortable.
Why? I'm really comfortable.
Why?
Because when I sit the other way, I like slouch down, and then I feel like really short. So like this kind of pushes
I've
me
literally never noticed.
You literally don't look at me when
Sorry.
you do the podcast. And by the way, the only reason you're looking now is because we've turned the camera around so you can't see yourself anymore.
Oh, probably right.
Literally, that is
Probably
the
right.
reason. Wow.
Why are you wearing a hat?
You are so vain. I'll tell you why. There is a reason. This is not...
Hello, by the way. Sorry, I didn't say
Hi to
that.
everybody
I'm
and
Michael.
welcome. Mike Lee.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. This is not a fashion statement. I'll tell you what it is. You know how we put the podcast on YouTube and on my Facebook, the filmed one?
Yes.
Right. So when we record two podcasts at the same time, we look exactly the same.
Obviously.
It doesn't look good on my timeline. So you'll see the next podcast when we start recording, I will take off my
Wow.
Exactly.
Amazing.
That was it.
There
Okay,
we are.
great.
Well, that's it. Thank you very much for listening.
Exactly. There's no magic in this podcast.
Amazing.
Basically, you tell them everything. How are you?
So you're talking to me or the audience?
Yeah, no, you.
I might get a little bit tired.
Yeah, I
But I'm
know.
always tired when I do these podcasts.
Yeah, great.
But no, I'm feeling better. I think I was dehydrated.
That's a really good
This is
start.
my fourth glass of water.
That's so unlike you because
Excuse me.
you never drink water.
I never drink water. I'm like a camel.
You literally never drink water. Like you'll drink
Oh,
water
that's
with
good water. That's London.
You've made me thirsty
Oh, that's
now.
not, yeah,
Can
that's
I
the
have
water.
some?
That's London tap water. Marvellous. Isn't that good water?
It's okay.
That's very good water.
It's not bad.
Very good.
It's really not bad. You might be thirsty because of the pizza you had with the pepperoni just before you
Oh,
left
yes. That
home.
could be it, yes.
And then the carrot cake you had on
and,
the way.
and the salted nuts. I know,
Salt.
yeah, probably right. Yeah. Yeah. And the illness I've obviously got, which I don't know about or something, which is also.
Yes,
yeah, anyway.
probably.
How are you?
I'm really good.
Good.
Like so good. So good. I'm so good because I decided not to take the kids to swimming today.
I know.
I
Yeah,
know.
because it was your turn.
It was my turn.
That's how you got away with it.
I
If
was
it was
like,
my turn, I'd have to take them.
I know, it's awful, really.
Yeah.
They were so happy.
Of course they're happy.
I took them out like to. We have a salt beef bar that's close to our house.
In America, corned beef.
Corn is it?
Yeah, it's
Is
not
corned
called salt
beef and
beef.
salt beef the same
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Really?
In America, corned
Okay.
beef. is the
So
same.
I took them there for dinner. It's like a treat. We go every now and then. They were like
It's
delighted.
Just a little cafe.
Yeah,
It's a
tiny cafe.
It's a dive. It's like 4 tables.
And as I was there, I asked them for ideas actually for the podcast because
It's got to that now.
Yeah, I was
You're
like,
asking 6-year-olds for content.
Yeah, what do you guys think we should talk about on the podcast? And they said why we don't want to go to swimming.
probably not a bad
Basically,
idea.
that was the topic.
I mean, I don't mind the actual when they're doing it. It's all the changing. There's changing
Yeah.
rooms and waiting for the shower cubicle and
Yeah,
annoying kids and annoying parents.
I don't know
and-
how you do it. To be honest,
What do you mean how do I do it?
I can't see you do it. Like I do it, and I know how I do it, but I just can't see how you
Well,
do
for
it.
one, I can't. Although it's sort of women are allowed in the boys' changing rooms,
Yeah.
men aren't allowed in the women's changing rooms.
So how do you do it?
So it's our 3 girls surrounded by little boys.
Oh, really?
Of
So
course,
they
it's
go
the
in the
boys'
boys'
changing
changing
room.
room. Oh, wow.
You never knew that?
No.
Of course, they change in the boys' changing room.
That's so odd because there's
Yeah.
boys in our changing room.
What?
No, there's boys in the girls' changing
But
room.
no men, no fathers.
No fathers.
No fathers.
Wow,
that's the difference.
so odd.
I know.
That's very interesting.
Why?
I don't know. It's just really strange to me. Wow.
Anyway, all that
Yeah,
is
so
a bit
yeah,
annoying.
it
I
was,
don't know why I
it
got
was
to that.
nice catching up though.
Yes, it was good. Let's get on with it.
Really good.
So what are we talking about this evening?
So actually, we have quite a serious topic today.
Oh, really? Don't worry. This one.
No, I mean it's not that. Well,
No.
it is serious.
It's-
but,
no, it's
okay. I feel like we
current
should.
affairs.
The thing is this exactly. We don't do any current affair
No.
type of shows, like any episodes, and I feel like
I know.
people are really.
I mean, we're
expecting
really,
that
really
from us.
lax. Did you know that Elvis died? It's just a joke about current affairs and how we're up with the times.
I thought maybe you could update me on Brexit because
Oh,
I
God,
never
don't.
know what's going on.
Oh, don't.
What's going on?
Don't get me started.
Yeah,
Please.
I suddenly
can't
realized- yeah.
talk about it.
Okay, fine.
Yes, we are going to do something with stuff that's going on in the news today.
In the news
Literally today.
today.
Hot off the press.
I know. question. I woke up this morning to read something about McDonald's. I don't even want to say it because I feel like I'll say it wrong. So can you say it?
Oh, that's
What
glass number
happened?
5.
Who got fired? Somebody
that
got
was good.
fired. The CEO?
I didn't put his name down.
Oh, God.
Steve
is
someone.
awful.
I know he was from Watford. Steve someone. I've forgotten his name now. That's the research I've done.
Yes,
for you,
so
ladies and
I
gentlemen.
know.
McDonald's and Steve. It could be anyone. No, he was
Anyone.
Steve someone was the CEO of McDonald's. He's a British guy who
Wait, but McDonald's UK or
no, the world,
McDonald's
no,
America?
the world. He was
Seriously?
in the US. Yes.
But he lives in England or in
no,
America?
he's in the States.
Sorry, this is far more
He's
interesting than the fact that he got fired.
Why?
I don't know. I just want to understand. He's originally from England, living in the US.
Yes, he was originally worked at McDonald's and then built his way up to run it in the UK and in Europe. And I think he got the job a few years ago. He's done very well.
Good for him.
Takings are up, turnovers up. He's changed the menu. He's done really, really well.
Right.
And it was announced today that he is being let go with 6 months severance pay for he has been having a relationship, not an affair, because apparently he divorced 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, he wasn't
He's
married.
having a relationship with an employee. Now, it hasn't come out whether this is some, 16-year-old working behind
No,
the counter. I don't think it is. It's
No,
someone
because it
in the
was-
office. And in the McDonald's contracts...
I love how Mike Lake tries to stretch out the 3 things that he wrote down in a piece of paper, and he's trying to make as much as he can from it, right?
Yeah.
Right?
And
That's
in
what you're
the
doing,
McDonald's
right?
contract, it says you cannot have any kind of relationship, sexual relationship, with another employee.
Sorry.
Why did you giggle at that?
Because you're just so funny when
It's
you're
true.
really serious.
And it is quite extraordinary when you think about
When?
it. But it's in his contract. And apparently there's other companies, mainly in America, that do the same thing.
What do you mean? Isn't it like a standard
No?
thing?
No, why should it be?
I thought it was.
No.
Like in Israel, for example, there are laws about it. It doesn't even matter what's in your
Well,
contract.
so you're single and you can't... Isn't that where everyone...
No, not like people,
right.
just like workers. Although some
but this
workplaces
is-
will probably no, but it's not a coworker. It depends. Like if you're the boss, like somebody who has more power than you, can't be in a relationship with somebody who's a How do you say subordinate?
Subordinate.
Subordinate.
Subordinate, yes.
Subordinate. Because they potentially have more. It's not a balanced relationship in a workplace. Like, would there be worry of them getting fired or like have any consequences if suddenly the relationship went sour? That type of thing. And I think like it's a law thing, isn't it? It is in Israel.
No, it's a company law. Some companies do it or not.
Wow.
And I think it's wrong if you can't have a consent. I think surely most people listening there probably met their partners through work.
Yeah, but again,
that's where you meet people.
Yes, but that's coworkers, right? There's a difference
What's the
between.
difference? But I
because
think,
I
but
just said
but I
why-
think,
what's
but I
the
think the
difference.
McDonald's policy is anyone.
No, really.
I think. Well, I don't know everyone else's contract.
wonder.
If anyone out there works at McDonald's, is it in your contract as well?
You can't have a relationship with your boss, or you can't have a relationship with anybody in the company. That's interesting because
That's how I read it.
Because I thought it was a matter of
It's
like
company,
policy. Yeah, but
policy.
like if you're because this kind of like it leads into the second story that was in the news in the last few days, right? About Katie Hill, who's a congresswoman who's been sort of had to resign in the last few days.
Right.
Yeah, again in America. But similar story, but a bit different because I actually want to focus on another aspect of it. But again, she had relationships. Well, actually, she's been accused of 2 affairs, but she's only admitted to one of them,
Right.
which was a relationship with somebody in her, I want to say campaign, but I'm not sure, somewhere, somebody who was working with her. So like there's that whole question that I think that's what they're talking about because, the whole congressmen, mainly men in the past, right, who have taken advantage of their strong position
Yes.
to kind of like,
That's
maybe get it on
politics.
with
That's
whatever.
slightly different, isn't
but
it?
why is it different? If you're a CEO of a company, you have a lot of power. Why is that
I think
different?
going back to McDonald's briefly,
Yeah.
they have had problems over the years with sexual harassment charges
I can't
and
believe
cases.
you say harassment. It's harassment.
I say harassment.
Who says
I do.
harassment? Is that like a British thing?
Harassment.
What?
Harassment.
Is it a
harassment?
British thing?
I don't know.
Harassment.
Harassment.
It's like
harassment?
that word. What's that word? There's another word. I forget. No,
You say potato, I say
No,
potato.
not that one. Something else.
Let's call the whole thing off. Yes, and there was problems with the whole Me Too campaign started. There was lots of, things. This is sort of like shop level McDonald's when there was things going on, apparently. So I think McDonald's as a brand obviously quite tetchy and wants to be squeaky clean. That's why I assumed it was written into this contract.
Yeah.
More than the points that you've brought up.
I think, to be honest, like if it's a matter of a company saying we don't want any type of relationships happening in our company between any people, that's a bit insane because that's impossible. Like you said, we're humans. Like you're not a robot. You come to work. You interact with people. You might.
Yeah, okay.
You might.
So
you might
it's,
have.
It's,
wait.
it's
They
certain
might say.
Corporate world.
Yeah, they might say like we don't want you making out in the office, but that kind of makes sense. Okay, that's just like fine. But to not.
You wouldn't want to make out in a McDonald's kitchen, though, which I mean, they're filthy.
You wouldn't. No, but then again, like the whole like fantasy, like
Allegedly.
in the staff room, like on the on the fax machine,
I'm just thinking.
You're like,
I dated a co-worker once.
Who hasn't?
Remembered?
I'm trying to think. Yes, I would say like with just people that are your colleagues. Did I say that right?
Yes.
That makes sense.
A colleague. Yeah.
But like with your boss, different.
Yeah, but it hasn't
situation.
come out how senior.
He's the CEO. There's nobody
the other
senior, more
person.
senior than he is.
The other person. What
They
if,
would still be less than the CEO.
what if it was the chief financial operator?
I don't know what that means.
Well, someone very high up as well, at the board level. Then why would it matter?
It probably wasn't. I have a feeling that it was not.
I don't know.
No, we really need to research the story more.
I think we've done extremely well to research
Actually,
this level.
I'm impressed,
Okay,
right? Wait.
admittedly, all I got was Steve. At least I got the fast food chain correct. I could have said Burger King.
It's true.
You
Well
know?
done. I do prefer McDonald's.
I was about to
though.
say what
I
you prefer,
gotta
but-
I'm not 100%.
I quite like
It's their sauces. Their sauces are so much better.
the special sauce on a Big Mac's good, but
It's really good.
I've always my test is you take the bun off and whatever, you just eat the patty.
paper.
It just tastes of nothing. I've always
patty.
preferred
I
this was
can't
called
believe you
beef
say
patty.
patty.
I've always preferred the thickness of a Burger King. Wendy's was my favorite. I used to love Wendy's. And
Wow.
the thicker burgers that McDonald's started doing to make them more sort of gourmet-ish, they were better.
It's like you've
They were
prepared
better,
the
weren't they?
speech,
Yeah.
and for years you've been waiting for somebody to ask you this
Yeah, I just asked myself. Five Guys, I sort of sometimes love hate with Five Guys.
I don't think
because
people
sometimes they're a bit too
will know
greasy.
what people
Five
will know.
Guys is a huge chain in America.
Oh, are they?
Of course it is.
Are they really?
Yes.
Oh, I've never had Five Guys.
Really?
Ever.
Oh, there's one just around the corner.
Never.
Anyway,
But no, I don't like the Burger King chips. French fries.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like their chips. I do like McDonald's chips. Anyway, going back to the topic
where
of
do you
this
stand on
podcast,
nuggets?
I don't like
Okay.
nuggets. Don't like the nuggets.
Okay.
Ever since like people said it was like
Oh yeah, it's just
I don't know. It's like what?
Beaks
Yeah,
and-
it's one of those things. Like I don't
Yeah.
even know if it's true or not, but it's forever in my mind. It's like every time I bite my nails, I'm scared that a nail will grow inside my tummy because that's what I was told when I was a little
What?
girl. You know, like
Every time you bite your nail,
I think
a
about-
nail will grow inside your tummy.
No, but you know when you're little, your mom or your grandma tell you things like to scare you and to stop you from doing things. You never had that? Like
not about
don't
nails.
Oh yeah, I was told don't bite your nails because they'll go in your veins and kill you.
Oh my god.
I believed it for years. Yeah, they never told you stuff like that.
No, the only one I remember is don't eat apple pips because the pip will grow.
and yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. So,
But that
yeah.
kind of you go, well, that's the thing that could grow. But a nail by itself?
I don't know how that made sense to me as a child. It did
Wow.
though. It made sense to me. But anyway, going
Sorry.
back-
So we were off topic. here.
Totally.
Katie Hill.
So Katie Hill. So back to Katie Hill, Congresswoman, I think on behalf of the Democrats, and I'm really sorry because I don't really understand the American voting system or actually anything about it. But anyway, Congresswoman who has resigned, I think today or yesterday, I'm not sure, but literally in the last few days, because of this sex scandal, right? And it's, like I said, this affair. But actually, more importantly, and the real reason it all kind of blew up for her and has become like this big thing is because nude pictures of her have been leaked and were leaked by a ex-husband, a vindictive ex-husband. Yes, and she's been sort of like
that's why she's gone on. So if you hadn't leaked them, would there be a problem?
I don't know. So like again, going back to, of course, like there shouldn't be a double standard in a sense that, you know, well, men have gotten away with it for decades and finally now are not. But, you know, women should be held at to the same standard.
A congressman or
However,
woman, yes.
Talking about just the nude pictures, I feel there still is a very big high standard.
Have you seen the nude pictures?
No, I haven't. But like my point is, you're such an idiot.
Why? I don't know.
Are they good?
The first thing I thought you would have done.
They're probably like nude pictures she took like when she was way younger. I'm guessing. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
I don't know, how old is she?
But my point, I don't know, I think she's in her, I want to say late 30s, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But my point is,
she's quite young then.
I feel like there's a double standard when it comes to that, meaning, you know, there's a lot of people who take nude pictures. For whatever reason you take nude pictures. You know, you're young, I don't know why you would take nude pictures, right? But a lot of people do take nude pictures. I feel that women's nude pictures when they come out ruin women's careers far more than they would ruin for men. Would you agree?
Do men take nude photos for themselves?
What? Dick pics?
Dick
pics.
Yeah, I've never got that.
Yeah.
Never. Why?
Why would you take a dick pic?
It.
I don't know why you would take a dick pic. It's really shocking. And they're not very good either. Like I feel like there's no effort when a guy takes a dick pic. There's no actual effort. It's like, well, here you go. You know, like I feel like if a woman takes a nude picture, at least there's some sort of composition going. You know, lighting is an effort.
More aesthetically pleasing. You mean?
Yeah. No, seriously. But anyway, going back to it, like, do you agree with what I just said? Are you with me still?
I think they should not be double standards.
Yes.
And whether you're a congressman or congresswoman, presumably, was she married? When you say affairs, was she married at the time? Was she single and seeing someone?
I'm not sure. I don't know. But I know that there's two stories. One of them is...
Because American like their politics. They want, I mean, we've got Trump as president, but people like things squeaky clean, ideally.
Yeah, but that's a bit insane as well when you say that. Isn't Donald Trump father to 5 children from 3 different women?
Is he?
Isn't he?
Well, no.
How many kids does he have?
3.
How many kids? Oh, look, Leon's Googling it really quick.
He's got Ivana.
Yeah.
Is it Donald Trump Jr. or someone?
Then how many?
The younger one. 3, isn't it?
Okay, I don't know. What? He's quickly Googling. Our producer's quickly Googling.
Bear with us. People are shouting now.
It's like shouting, what are they talking about?
Pretty if you're American, you probably know.
What we're talking about. No? Any? No, we don't know. What? Tell me. So many what? Relative. Okay, we're looking it up. And we'll come back. But my point is this. I feel that there is a double standard because I feel like when women, how do you say, demonstrate. That is the word. Demonstrate sexuality in a way that they have the control over the sexuality, then people can't handle it. I.e., what do I mean? I mean, women have been sexualized for generations and centuries and whenever, right? But as long as they're being sexualized, it's okay. But if a woman takes command over her sexuality, people can't handle it because people can only handle 2 types of women. Either serious women, and I'm doing, how do you call this? Inverted commas?
Inverted commas.
Serious women, right? Who are, I don't know, like serious, right? Or sexual women who are sluts.
No,
do you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, but I don't think this particular topic, I mean, I read that the reason this has come out is that she has abused her power, has used it to kind of her advantage. It's not like she's just seeing someone.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely one of the reasons. And like I said,
well, surely that's the main reason.
No, I don't think it's the main reason. I think actually the pictures were far more scandalous and...
5, you're right.
5 kids from 3 different women, right?
right in my ear.
You see, I know
Let's do
something in this
this.
world. I knew I read it somewhere.
Right, I'm very delicate
Sorry.
in this ear.
Sorry.
Screams.
Really? Because earlier on the tube, I was talking
Yeah,
to that
because
ear and you couldn't hear
there's a lot
anything.
of
You were like, I
train
can't
noise.
hear in this ear.
Because there's a lot of train noise.
Okay.
When you go,
Well, I want to ask
straight
you,
in.
do you think,
Very loud.
do you think that a woman, right, who has 5 children from 3 different men would be president of the United States?
I don't know.
Exactly. I know. The answer is no, she wouldn't. I rest my case.
Why not?
No, she wouldn't. Because it's a double standard world. Because men can be sexual and strong at the same time and nobody bats an eyelid. But if a woman can't be both things. Like you kind of like have to choose what group you're, what thing you are. And for a woman to take a nude photo, she's like, fuck you, I'm going to take a nude photo. It's not about you sexualizing me. It's about me taking command and taking my sexuality into my own hands, and people just can't handle it. And she's been humiliated publicly now for something she did in her private life. And by the way, that's a whole other topic to talk about. Should things that we do in our private life have such a massive effect, right, on our careers? Like if you like to take nude photos, whose business is that?
What if you're a priest?
Oh, don't be silly now.
Well, it depends what job you do.
But even if you're a priest, why can't you like take pictures? Like, sorry, you know that I'm not religious and I don't believe in God. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, don't kill me. But like, seriously, but if you're a priest and you believe in God, isn't your body a creation of God? Like, what is wrong with you taking a nude picture? I don't mind it. Like, I wouldn't judge it. So what's the issue? You do it in your private life. I don't understand why it has to have such an effect. Unless it's criminal, obviously. Mm-hmm. Unless you're harming another person, you're breaking the law. Absolutely. But like if you're just in your privacy of your house with your intimate partner and you took a picture and then the son of a bitch puts it online, how is this?
Which happens.
Why do you have to pay for it with your career? Explain that to me.
I can't.
Thank you.
Because I don't know. It depends on, going back to board of directors, the image that a company wants to portray, whether it then makes it embarrassing if there's, whenever this person is into or trying to do work, this will keep coming up. I think it depends on who you are and what your position is and the company that you work for.
And what gender you are.
I don't know. I mean, if it was a man and this dick pic got everywhere.
Do you think if a man's dick pic would get out, they would be
get out with trousers?
They would resign. Yeah. Do you think?
Well, I'm sure have. I remember.
Humiliated?
I remember an actor who was the EastEnders. Yeah. He was caught doing God, sort of, what was they called? Camera thing, and he got his cock out. And whoever's on the other end took it.
Wait,
took
live?
a screen grab.
What? Tell me, what, live?
I don't know. I think he was chatting to someone via, I don't know, Skype or whatever. What was it? Leslie Grantham, Dirty Den and EastEnders. And it was in all the papers. There was a pixelated picture of him, got his cock out. And, the BBC EastEnders, he got sacked.
He did it live, though?
Well, I wasn't watching it live, but I assume it was live to one other person. Well, I can't remember. I don't know if she asked for it or not, but it came out. And that was the end of him.
But you think
because
that's
the BBC
similar?
said we can't do that.
Yeah, but
he could. But let me finish.
Wait,
but he could have turned around and said, she was consenting. We're having a private Skype thing. It got out. So what?
Yeah.
But at the time, it was a very big scandal.
Yeah. I actually think like it's so wrong. And by the way, this is completely like almost not relevant. Who was it that told us on the weekend? I can't remember how young people today are having less sex and taking less drugs. One of the reasons being because they're so scared of making a mistake, getting out of control and having somebody take a picture of it because they know it's going to ruin their whole lives. Who was it that said, somebody said that?
They just say ruin their lives.
Yeah.
Why they won't get a job.
They won't get a
later in
job.
life.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that funny?
It's awful.
It's awful, but it's true. Like these days, and also like, I obviously do my videos and stuff like that. And sometimes I'll shoot stuff and it just goes up straight to the cloud. And then I'll look over my cloud going, oh my God, I can't believe that's actually, and you start deleting it. Like, it's like you can't even get away with it. People have stuff on their phone or on their cloud that honest to God, like it's private. It's just fucking private, And I don't think it needs to cost people their careers to, if they've
I'm sure
done stuff
this
like
Katie
that.
Hill will get other work. I'm sure someone from McDonald's will go and work for another big food brand.
Yeah, but for me, like the Katie
know?
Hill story is a bigger issue. Like I said, it's for me. Like, it's
But there's another one that's just come up.
What?
I just remembered. What's the brand? Oh God, Ted Baker, which is a big menswear brand. The guy who ran it for many, many years, he liked, with his staff of a certain level in the head office, he liked to do a thing like hugs as an IE. Come and give me a hug. Until some people said, I feel very uncomfortable with this. And eventually he was forced out of his own company for hugging.
Yeah.
So where do you draw the line?
But that's different.
Well, why?
Because that's different. Like I said, going back to the first story about Steve McDonald's, right? I think that when it's a boss, whether it's a man or woman, makes no difference, by the way. But when it's a boss with a subordinate, there is an issue there only because, like I said, the power is not even. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not even. If you are in a relationship with somebody that can fire you, right? Then I think it's a problem. It's a real problem.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, when I read the story, I was surprised because I thought the guy who ran McDonald's was Ronald McDonald.
Was what?
I thought the guy who ran it was Ronald McDonald.
What does that mean?
Ronald McDonald.
I don't understand.
The clown, the big McDonald's clown, Ronald McDonald. You don't remember Ronald McDonald and all the adverts?
I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
I thought he ran McDonald's.
Is that a joke?
Of course it's a joke. Can you imagine there's a CEO there with a clown face
No,
and
I
a big
thought
red
maybe-
wig and big shoes sitting there in meetings?
No, I thought maybe you really.
I mean, come on.
I
An
know.
exploding car.
But I thought you thought that like the owner of McDonald's originally was called Ronald McDonald.
No. I just remember Ronald McDonald the clown. Do they still? You don't see Ronald McDonald in adverts anymore, do you?
No.
Whatever happened to Ronald McDonald in adverts?
I don't know. He
Bring
got
him back.
fired.
Yeah, maybe he got
A
done
nude
for.
got leaked.
I
a
don't
nude
know.
of
Maybe
him
some.
in his clown.
Yes,
outfit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Must be some sort of
Yeah.
controversy.
Okay, so let's just wrap this up. You guys send in your nudes. This was fun though. I really enjoyed it. You see, this was great. Like current affairs were really like on top of what's
Amazing.
going on
It's
in
a,
the
it's
world
a whole
right
new
now.
career for you. My goodness
You know,
me.
commentary on like what's going on in the world, right?
But at least you got the congresswoman's surname. I just got Steve.
It's
so,
true. I did
you know.
so much better. My notes were
Yeah.
much better.
I can't get Ronald. You know, as soon as we finish this, I'm going to watch old Ronald McDonald adverts now. I'm going to bring back Ronald McDonald as
I like
a
it.
character.
I do like it.
Why haven't McDonald's ever done like a sort of Disney World, like McDonald's World? Or is there one?
Yeah. Why
Is there
haven't
one?
they?
Why haven't they? Well, there's a McDonald's ride. What were the names? The burger.
What? Wait,
The
did
things
they
that used
actually
to
do it?
steal the burgers, the old adverts. Hamburglar, thank you.
What?
Mayo McCheese. I never heard of Mayo McCheese. I remember the Hamburglar. Grimace.
Wait,
Don't
are
remember
these
Grimace.
names of what?
Characters were the old
Oh,
adverts.
character.
Bird of the Early Bird and the Fry Kids. I don't remember any of those, but I think it'd be a great theme park.
Wow.
Don't you think? Well, there's like M&M World in town.
What has happened to you?
I don't know. Why isn't there, you know?
I can't believe like how you woke up.
Oh, yeah.
You were so sleepy and like.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I
don't.
really could kill a Big Mac now.
Could you really?
Oh, yes.
You just had pizza.
Anyway, this was fun. We'll be back
was.
next week with
We will.
something a bit more light and frivolous.
No, I have a feeling next week's gonna be shit.
I've researched it.
Oh, this was. Wait, I just want to say, can people please vote? Because this was my topic.
Right, okay.
And the next week is Mike's topic. Can you please tell us which topics you,
You know, mine
prefer?
will be light and frothy.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Have a great week, and we'll see you next week on
Bye-bye.
#NailedIt. Bye.